So we have, it looks like we have 3 guests on. I would just like to quickly ask the guests to Marcus, Margot, and Jason, have you been in the industry, or is this industry brand new to you?
This industry is new to Marcus.
Okay. And so, Margot? Okay.
Can you go off mute and share with them your background in network marketing? You're not a virgin?
Okay, that's all I really want to know, is if they are, or if they haven't, so I know really where to start. And then we have Marcus.
He said he's new, doesn't know too much about network marketing. And I think Jason is, I think, also a virgin.
Yep, I'm also very new.
Okay, great.
Then you have John from Oakland, who's a guest for Dwayne, and I'm not a virgin. I've done from NSA, Quorum, A.L. Williams, all those multi-level marketing. So I'm very excited about this project.
Awesome.
I just see my corporation allows me to do it.
Awesome. What does that mean? Your corporation allows you to do it?
I have a non-compete agreement with my corporation, since I'm a leader for the educational work we do, that there is a conflict when I'm in a multi-level marketing situation.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Well,
around that.
I'm excited that we've been invited to do this call. We would like to accomplish several things as quickly as we can, but I do want to get a quick overview of our industry. It looks like we have a couple people that aren't familiar with our industry, and I will just tell you that the only difference between this industry and any industry that sells a product or a service is how we move it. Most companies will move their product through media, through TV, radio, mailers, all of that. And so they choose to take their product or service and advertise it on television or radio or whatever source that may be. And in the network marketing industry, it's just direct sales, mouth to mouth. And the power of that is simply that when you see something on television or you see something in a store, the person that's in the store is not educated on your product. They may have, in a health food store as an example, they may have 1,000 products sitting on the shelf, and they have a clerk behind the desk that's being paid whatever, $10, $12, $15, $20 an hour. That clerk is not an expert on 1,000 products. And so when you take that product up and ask about it, they're not going to be able to give you any information. They're going to basically say, well, this is what the instructions say. As a direct sales through this industry, it's different. We not only share the product with people that we believe can use that product, but we know how to share what that product will do for them and how to use it. And it may be different than the instructions. And so that's the only difference. A company makes a decision. Instead of paying TV or radio, we're going to pay Sandy, we're going to pay Mike, we're going to pay Tommy, we're going to pay Dr. DeGuzman. We're going to pay these people to educate people on our products. And that's typically how the industry works. And so you are given a new product by your company, and you're told, here's a new product, go out and sell it. And that's our job, is to go out and share that product, educate people, understand how it works, why it works, all the research, and we all know how influenced people are with television and radio. And so consequently, the goal for us to be paid is for that customer or distributor to buy product every single month. And so as a leader or as a distributor with other distributors underneath us, it's incumbent upon us to make sure that we stay closely connected so that those people buy their products so that we get paid. That's just the way the network model has worked for decades. And then a year later, the company will come out with another product and say, okay, go sell this product and add it to the line of products you already have. And so we'll go out and do that. Nothing wrong with that. That's the way business has been done for years. And the issue is reality. Statistics show that a customer will stay on a product for 69 days. I don't know where they got that figure. I don't care. It's the statistics. We can read them. And so if you're not growing your business constantly and a customer is falling off every time they get to 69 or 79 or 80 days, we have to replace them constantly. And people are fickle. people will see something on TV and they go, oh, I'm going to try that one. Or I don't look 20 years younger and it's been a month. Or I don't feel the difference with paying $75 for vitamins versus $15 for a big bottle at Costco. So it's an educational process. It's how we work. And I can tell you, many of us on this call have done very, very well in this industry. As Sandy said, my first business was Zango. Some of you on this line were in Zango. So was my son, Tommy. And we did extremely well. I built an organization of about 175,000 people at the peak. And I was in 42 countries and I traveled extensively. And it was an amazing, amazing experience. I come from a corporate background and I owned my own small business. And I could have never believed that this industry could offer the freedom financially and time-wise that it does if you're willing to put the work in. And so it's just the way we are. I mean, there's the only difference between me and the dress shop or the food store is how we share the product. That's it, pure and simple. We're direct salespeople, direct word of mouth. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? So when I look at what's happened with iBoomerang, I laugh and I talk to my son, Tommy, who you'll hear from in a few minutes, because we've been in business together since day one. I feel like I have spent 18 years, almost 18 years in this industry, doing very well in the industry, working very hard to do well and building an organization that, I could start picking my own time. Some weeks I'd work 10 hours a week. Some weeks I'd work 40 if I was traveling. Some weeks I didn't work any. I had built a strong organization. I feel like I did all this to understand why iBoomerang is different. We call ourselves just different because typically you get a new product and you go sell the product and you have to convince your customer. When we came out with the mangosteen, nobody had ever heard of it. We had to explain it. We had to convince them to use it. We had to convince them to stay on it. It wasn't the easiest, but we were all wildly successful because the product was amazing then, and it's still amazing today. But Holton Buggs, who owns this company, has been in the industry for about 29 years. He'll tell you he never made more than $400 or $500 a month for the first 5 or 6 years in the industry. But his belief was he didn't pay attention to the size of his organization. He paid attention to the size of the industry, the bigness of the industry. And I'm going to give you an analogy of how he thinks and what got him started on travel. People ask me all the time, why would you get involved in an industry that's already over $8 trillion industry? And my answer to that is because it's an $8 trillion industry. I don't have to go to Mike Healy. I don't have to go to Martha or John or Jason and tell you want to travel or convince you to travel. You are already traveling. And I don't care what level of income people are at, from low to high. Anybody wants to save money on their traveling if they can. So imagine Uber, okay, that's a 10 or 11-year-old business. How many people know people that don't have an Uber icon on their phone? Everybody has an Uber icon on their phone. And in 7 years, Uber became the biggest transportation company in the world, and they don't own a single car. Just like Airbnb is becoming the largest rental vacation program in the world, and they don't own a piece of real estate. And so Holton says, well, how can we be the Uber of the travel industry? And imagine if 11 years ago when Uber began, you were told if you can give free Uber icons away from people every time they used it, you would make money. Imagine what that would mean to you today. Because you would know that lots of these people had an icon on their phone and nobody's going to delete it. Why would they? It didn't cost them anything to put it on there. It doesn't cost them anything to keep it. But every time they want to take a car ride, what do? They go to Uber. So that's the program that we have designed in the travel industry. There are up until now, there are 2 levels of pricing. One pricing is when you go directly to the source, directly to the hotel, directly to the car agency, directly to the cruise lines, and you book your travel. That's paying full price. Or you can go online to a travel agency, whether that be Travelocity, Orbitz, Expedia, any one of those travel agencies, and you can pay a wholesale price. So you may save $100 by going through a travel agency versus going directly to the hotel, okay? There is also a pricing that's called behind the curtain pricing. All travel companies, or the main travel companies, they all buy their discounted travel through the same company. But they choose not to give customers the entire discount because they keep that money so that they can spend a couple $1 billion a year in advertising. If you turn on your TV, 2 out of 3 ads right now are about travel. If you open your email, 2 out of 3 emails are about travel. Why? Everybody's booking summer and they're spending billions of dollars to advertise to you as the consumer to buy through their travel portal. Okay. And then they'll do things like 48 hours only, $39 one-way airfare. I don't know about anybody else, but I've never, ever found any place that I would go for $39. But it's kind of their loss leader. If they can get you to come on and buy that $39 flight, they'll pick up your hotel room and they'll pick up your car rental and they'll make up for it. In actuality, the airline industry stopped doing promotional pricing in 1992. So the airlines is not getting $39 from the travel company. They're getting the full amount. It's the customer that thinks he's getting it for $39. So there's no real savings in airlines, but they keep money back so that you think that there's savings. So we don't offer a big deal on savings. So what Holton made the decision to do was to pass on the complete savings to the customer and to us as TSAs. So you have direct purchasing, online travel agency purchasing, and boomerang purchasing. And simply the way that works, for every dollar the customer saves, we make $1. We don't up the pricing. If we save the customer money, we make money. If we don't save, that they happen to do a booking where they don't necessarily make money, we don't make any money. So an example of that, you're going to, I don't know, you're going to Las Vegas. I've heard that today, I think, from Mike or somebody. I don't know. You're going to Las Vegas and you're going to take your kids and you're going to be there for 4 or 5 days. And your room is going to cost you $550 through the travel agency. But on iBoomerang, they're going to save $200 as a customer. As a TSA, we would save $400. That was kind of an extreme. I probably should have said as a TSA member, we save $200. The customer saves $100. So the customer would pay $450 for that room and we would pay $350. That extra $100, if that customer pays to the hotel, comes back to us in commission. So they take that $100. Let's just say it's Sandy's customer, and they booked a room in Las Vegas, and they've saved us $100. As soon as Sandy's customer takes that trip, Sandy is going to receive 50% of that $100. She's going to get cash of $50. Okay, the 35% of that, or $300 or something. I don't even know how to figure that out right now. Sandy, you might be able to do it while I'm talking, but 35% goes into a bonus pool and 15% goes to the company. So for every dollar the customer saves, you make 50 cents. If the customer saves 300, you make 150. Statistics show that when a family takes a trip, not a weekend, but a trip, they will save $600. That means for every trip they take, even if they took one a year, you would make $300. We have people that are booking 200-300 customers. They're going to make almost $100,000 a year on one trip a year. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So that's basically how the program works, and this is why we jumped on. We weren't looking when it happened. It came our way, and we met Holton. Tommy flew to Houston to his grand opening event at his home when they announced the name of the company on March 8th. The company had a big event on March 9th to formally, officially name the company iBoomerang, and March 11th, they started taking people into the system. Since they started 7 weeks ago, they have paid out over $4 million in commissions, and we are already building in 115 or more countries, I think 114, 15 countries that are already receiving new TSAs. We just opened Puerto Rico. We had a call the other night. We're opening Panama. It's amazing because there's no product. We don't have to worry about ingredients. We don't have to worry about, getting approval from that company. We don't have to worry about pricing. We don't have to worry about any of the things that you have to worry about when you want to move a product into another company. So we're borderless when it comes to that, and you can go anywhere and build. So we're already in 114 countries. We already have over 30,000 distributors. And I believe that last time we talked to Holton, he said that they had 1,700 to 2,000 people a day registering, customers being registered. It's amazing. And travel is just the beginning. If you ask Holton, he'll tell you it's not a travel company. It's a system that allows us to continue to increase offerings to customers and to the TSAs as time goes on. So I don't know if Tommy's on here or Mike is still here. I don't see him. He may be down here. To want to add anything to that, I'd be happy. Or if anybody has any questions, that's the way it basically works. And it's basically save the customer $1, you make 50 cents. Save the customer $500, you make $250. And it's a lot more than that in some of the cases that we see happening with the bookings taking place.
I'd love to add to that, Carolyn. Thank you for that wonderful overview. But, Eddie and I have been full-time in network marketing for 25 years. And I always say, if you want to predict the future, look at the past. And if you look at the last maybe 30 years, about every decade, something spectacular in network marketing happens. And we were part of that last spectacular build. iBoomerang is going to be probably the most successful build ever. And what are we, 7 weeks now old? We're still in technical pre-launch. The actual launch is here in Vegas, Labor Day weekend. In fact, it's our 58th wedding anniversary to each other, so we can all celebrate together. But think about being this early. Now, the truth is, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, there will still be a place for people who want to build all over the world, but this time will never happen again. So if you take the next just 90 days, all out massive action, like your life depends on it, truly, like your life depends upon it. I mean, you are giving away the free sites. You are bringing on partners that hopefully see the value of, because we offer good, better, best. And the best right now is the founder's position with some really unique perks, like you start at the highest commission in the dual team binary. That's going to go away. So why not do what's best, for goodness sakes? I mean, I know if we wanted to open another pharmacy or another medical and surgical supply business, we better have at least 100 grand, 200 grand available, and then wait 2 to 5 years to just get a return on investment. And we'd be married to business. So where are you today versus where you want to be? Because we're here for you. And if you want to lock arms, let's wear all of us out with Zoom calls and three-way calls. And hopefully Mike Healy, who is just an amazing young man, and what he has created is beyond belief. So if everybody could please mute themselves, that would be wonderful, because I'm trying to record this for the people who could not make the call. So the mute button is either on your phone or in the bottom left-hand corner. So, Carolyn, I'm going to turn it back to you. Not sure if Tommy was able to jump back on yet. I think Mike was on. Tommy's there. I see him.
Well, I don't know if he's on, but I do want to say, so we can get past the buy-in piece of it. I'll just share a couple of thoughts. For those people that are still on standby, I urge you to get your package. You make no money on standby. And I know that some people have come in on standby to kind of decide where they want to be. Let me share a thought for you from a business perspective only. You're paid on your shortest leg. Let's just say this week you're being paid on $15,000. Okay. As coach for 250, you get paid 10% on that $15,000 or $1,500. If you're on business class, which is a one-time $500, you get paid 12%. So on that $15,000, you would receive $1,800. If you are first class, you get paid 15%. So your pay on that $15,000 would be $2,250. If you come in while the founder program is still available, you are guaranteed 20% for your first year, and your pay on that $15,000 would be $3,000. So a low of 1,500 to a high of 3,000, and you work just as hard to get the 15,000 for the coach pack as you do for the founder pack. So I'd urge anybody to get in on the founders pack, because there are a lot of different perks to the founders pack that will never be available even to the first class people. And we can go into that later for people, but just from a business income perspective, knowing that when you get to $15,000, you're going to get $3,000 instead of $1,500, I'd say that it was a pretty small investment and a pretty fast return. So I've had a few people come in on coach, and on their own, once they get in and realize what they have their hands on, have gone on their own and gone up to the $1,000 pack so they could be a founder. So I don't want to say anything more about that, except that it's critical that you get out of your standby and into your pack so that you can start making money, because there's no money to be made in standby. And in standby, you are actually a customer. You are not a TSA. So you don't get you get customer rates. You don't get the member rates. You just get customer rates. So it's really just something for people to say, okay, I want to study it. I want to decide what pack I want, and I need to get in. We are currently placing in the binary tree. This will be done the end of this week. So it's the time to come in with your packet so that we can get with you and start training you and teaching you. And we have amazing training. With that, I don't want to talk about to Mike right yet, but I want to talk about our Facebook pages. We have a team Facebook page that's called iBuum Global. That is a secret page. You cannot find it if you go onto Facebook. The only way that you can get into that page is to be friends with somebody on Facebook that is a member of that page that can invite you to that page. Every day we post trainings, we post videos, we post meetings, we do, Tommy does Facebook Lives, we do, everything is there for you to learn how to build your business. We have videos that Holton has done. The beautiful thing about Holton is not only is he the CEO of this company, but he was the highest paid network marketer in the history of the industry. In 29 years, he's made over $100 million, and he hasn't made under $1.1 million a month for the last several years. And he is down in the trenches teaching us everything he did to become the success that he is. So he isn't sitting up there, standing on the stage, telling us how great this company is. He is down there sitting at people's kitchen tables, telling them, if you do this, this, and this, you will be a diamond in 90 days. I'm headed for diamond. So, but that's my goal. Your goal may be sapphire, your goal may be ruby. It doesn't make any difference. But that is the difference between Holton Buggs as a CEO and any other CEO that I've ever met that really truly was strong in the field and as strong as a CEO as well. So we have a 90-day rush to diamond, and right now we'll send you the video. It's on our Facebook page, but we'll pin it back to the top again. Where Holton sits, it's like a 5-minute video or 8-minute video, and he gives you step by step how to become a diamond in 90 days. And guys, it's, your customer volume is included. It's not difficult. It just takes commitment.
So take off the blindfold and join today, because
Somebody has a radio going.
Marcus, please mute
out there and
Hear me,
explore it. Learn more at
Please mute yourself. Thank you.
Okay. So the other thing is we have another page called iBuum Experiences that we want to add you to. And as people are starting to see their savings, we're building a page of savings that people are getting so that we can send guests and people that are looking to either be a customer or a distributor that they can go to. So it's a page that we're building. If you'll put your stuff on that page, we'll get it approved and passed and add it. Okay. So those are two pages that are critical. For those of you that are not part of that page, I would urge you to contact me or Tommy or Sandy or somebody that's part of that page and get on it. If you can't get on it for a reason, and we do have people on this page that cannot get on it for a reason due to other company issues, they can call Sandy, because we have people setting up Facebook profile pages just strictly so they can get into the team information. Okay. We also have a WhatsApp if you're a member of WhatsApp. And the reason that we've set up WhatsApp is because we can get people all over the world on it. We can communicate on it. And we do have one, it's called iBuum Cohen. And you can get on that page too. We put information on that page every single day. Tommy and I are very fortunate. We are on, and so is Mike, yay for Mike, we're on Holton's leadership group. And so we get information daily about what's happening, what's being updated, what's been fixed, anything that's going on. And so that enables us to quickly get that information to the WhatsApp pages and to our team iBuum Global Facebook page. So it's really critical that you guys stay on top of that so we can help you. And there is no pecking order here. You can contact Sandy, you can contact me, you can contact Tommy, you can contact anybody you want in the organization for help or for questions or to do a three-way. Three-ways are your number one greatest tool in this business is your three-way. Because I do three-ways all day long, and so does Tommy, and so does Sandy. Every day I am booked solid with three-ways, and they may be for people that are way down in my organization. And what does that mean? That means if there's 10 people between me and the person I'm talking to, I'm working for 10 people. I'm working for everybody. So what happens down there benefits up here, and it's an unlimited payout. There's no max. I mean, it's goes all the way to the bottom. So learn how to use three-ways. I will tell you, I was told one time that the expert is the person in town with the briefcase. You can go out of town, go to a meeting, and stand up in front of the room and say exactly the same thing the leader in that town has said over and over and over. And people sitting in that room will act like it's the first time they ever heard it. You're too close to them. It's the same thing on three-ways. You may have told your friends every single thing I'm going to say or everything that Tommy's going to say, but they'll hear it for the first time because we'll present it different. So three-ways are critical. Okay.
Yesterday we were talking a little bit about something that's rather recent called jet setters.
Yes.
Can you share that with the team?
Yes.
Because you're a host. If you could mute out Marcus, I don't think he knows how to mute himself out. So you can control it from that end. I can't.
I don't know if I can control it. I think Tommy has to control it because he is Mark. There he goes. Yeah, he found it. You just have to scroll. Some people you have to scroll to the bottom and some up to the top. Thank you, Marcus. We appreciate it. Yes, they just started this new program. It's called the Jet Setters, and it's 10 and 10. So from the minute you start, if you send out 10 ID sides the first week and give away 10 boomerangs the first week, you are called a Jet Setter, and you will be recognized. We don't have to tell them. I'm telling you, they know exactly how many boomerangs I've sent out. They know exactly how many people I've signed up. They know exactly what level my people are at, and they pay attention to that. Why do they pay attention to that? Because that helps them to know how to help us. and they'll gear their training and their conversations based on what they see happening in the organization. I love it. I've never seen anything like this. It's just crazy. It's crazy fun. We're having a good time. So if you're new and you're just getting started, 10 and 10 will make you a jet setter. The month of May, I hope everybody has seen the month of May bonus program, because I wish I could see people's faces. I know people are hiding, but it's kind of fun to be able to look at people when you're talking to them. So I don't know if they're rolling their eyes or what, or if they're sleeping. It's hard to tell. But Grace, I can see Grace, and I can see her millennial TSA founder. I just love it. So thank you. And it's your name? Eisenred? What is your name? Oh,
my name is Kevin.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, you turned your face on. I was happy. Okay, Kevin, thank you for doing that. Okay, so jet setters. Then the next thing is to be very aware of this May payout program. It's substantially more money on people that you sign up. You get free boomerangs, and we're into the second phase of it. That is on our team page. I know it's on your page, but what I do know, Sandy, is the difference between Facebook and the WhatsApp is people can see nothing that was posted before they were joined. So a lot of people probably haven't seen them. It's probably a good idea to repost some of that stuff. But more important, if we can get you on the Facebook page, it's a little easier to scroll through Facebook than it is through WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp group, another group that we have, there's so much back and forth going on. It's almost hard to keep up with the interaction. So make sure you get on that. It's really, really important. And it's really important to know what's happening on the May bonuses, because they're incredible. And we're about halfway through the month, and you don't want to miss out on it.
When someone wants to be added to the WhatsApp group, you need just to let me know their name and cell phone number, and I can do that. But it's really important because WhatsApp is so difficult to see all of the training and all of the details. It really has to be on these Facebook groups. So please, I keep asking, just request. My Facebook address is facebook.com/Sandy.Cohen and the number 2. Send me a Facebook request. I don't care whether you're not active on Facebook at all. It does not matter. All you need to do is open up the channel so we can communicate.
Yeah. That's a good point, Sandy. I talked about the travel savings shots. And then, of course, as a TSA, every time you travel, whether it's airlines, cruise, hotel, car, doesn't make any difference. You earn points. And those points can be used towards future bookings. And you'll see that when you open your iGo travel, you'll see it'll say money or points. And then it'll tell you how many points you need to take a trip or pay for a hotel room or something. And there's complete training on the iGo sites on our Facebook page. It's amazing. I had no idea all the different things that were available to us as founders that are not available to you in Coach, and they are not available in business class. In Coach, you get member pricing for cars and hotels. If you do anything else, you pay customer prices. Once you do business class, you get member savings on cars, hotels, and cruises. And if you want to do the weeks or the golf or the events or any of those other things that are available to first class people, you pay, well, you don't even have access, I don't believe, to any of those little amenities until you get to first class. And it's amazing what's available to the first class people. So there he is. So we're just kind of wrapping up, Tommy. I would like to just see if there's any questions at this point, and then have you jump on and then see if we can get Mike back on to talk about that. So if you, I haven't.
What happened to Mike? He drop off?
He might have had to take a call or something. I'll text him.
Okay.
But if you could, we've talked about an overview of the business. We've talked about, month of May benefits. And I think we've covered pretty much everything we talked about covering. And and the Facebook pages and how to get on them. Power of Three Ways, the experiences page. I love the good. Most companies have what they call car bonus programs, which I have never particularly cared for, because when you have a young millennial that needs to pay a cell phone bill to keep their cell phone on, I hate talking about car bonuses, because the car bonuses are only as good as long as you keep your income. But they have what they call good parties. Good stands for get out of debt. And we have all kinds of great stories popping up on people that have paid off their cars 6 and 8 and 10 months early and paid their debit cards off with their first checks. So it's really fun. People are calling them good home parties. They don't tell the customers, they don't tell their guests that, but we call them good parties, get out of debt parties. And I love the fact that they push being debt free before anything else. So with that, Tommy, if you just kind of want to jump on and say something, and I'll text Mike and see if he can get back on.
Okay, great. I'm just walking in here, but I don't have my camera on, but I'll have it back on in a moment. So, Sandy, anything specific that I know I missed everything? I apologize, but anything that I could help to add to what my mom's done, and any questions that I could answer?
Well, she did a great job, Tommy, and sorry about the confusion, time zones, etc. But I think we have some guests on the line, and we have some TSA family members on. I'd like to ask if they have any specific questions for you guys. And if you touch on the May bonuses, because that's really a big deal, which ends the end of this month. So just think about how much more you can make in the next half the month is left, and the importance of all-out massive action to set you up to where you want to be.
Okay, so are we doing, you said they may have questions, the guests may have questions. Do you want to address that first?
Yeah, we have 3 guests on the phone, on the line, on with us, Tommy, and a couple of them have never done network marketing before. So I kind of gave the philosophy of network marketing versus traditional business, and then specifically why this is different than any other network marketing ever done.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, any questions from any of the customers? I'm happy to, we can answer any questions.
Mark, Tommy, you're in control of.
Oh, Mike's on now. Mike's back on. What did you want to go with Mike?
You could mute out whoever is not talking.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Radio on or something.
Oh. I'm gonna mute them all.
This is Margot. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mark, great.
So I was my son just came in the room. He's a millennial, and I was trying to briefly explain what I was listening to, and he asked me a question of why would someone want to use our travel service versus what's already known in the marketplace, such as Expedia or whatever these other ones are. He said, what's the value proposition for someone wanting to use our services versus what's out there?
Can you hear me?
So,
Yes.
Yeah, so let me just back up for just a second, Tommy. So Margot, were you on when I talked about retail, wholesale, and then our pricing a minute ago?
I may have missed it, but
Okay.
Was that what I should have said to him?
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
So Tommy, if you want to just quickly go over again the retail, wholesale, and then behind the curtain pricing, so that.
Well, the short answer is, that they can find better deals in many cases, most cases. And if they don't, it was 110% guarantee that they'll find the best pricing. It's more, basically, this is if he's still there, or you can tell him this is like Uber and an Uber for travel. So imagine, what does Uber do? Uber app that allows people to book transportation, makes transportation more simple, more fun, more convenient, and more cost efficient, better priced. That's what this is, but it's transportation. We make transportation more convenient, more fun, simpler, and because people don't realize that there's prices that are different than public prices, but it's membership prices. You have to be a membership, you have to have a login, and so forth. Well, that's what this company is. The distributors pay monthly so that the customers don't have to. So we pay the membership, and they're able to have these kind of behind the curtain prices, and that are in that are priced better, and doesn't have all the fees. You don't have to put in their email address 1,500 times. I mean, all those booking engines, what people don't realize is they're all owned by two companies. And we didn't know this either, are all owned by either Expedia Group or bookings.com, bookingholdings.com. So either talk about wasting people's time, their most valuable asset. We'll spend 3 hours opening up 40 of them to save $5. The only reason we'll only save $5 is because there's price parity going on. They're all owned by the same company. And if a new one comes into the space, they purchase them. And and so they're just different marketing, sites. But you notice it takes you a long time on them. They get less user-friendly. There's a reason for this. It's because they capture more. Well, Mike's on. Mike will understand this better.
I know. I'm sorry. Can I just quickly say, I'm sorry. I have a 6 o'clock and I'm late for.
Yeah, go.
And now you're on, Tommy, and Mike's on. So you and Mike can talk about Mike's plant. You guys are going to love this. Trust me. It's really awesome. So,
thanks, Mom.
Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you. I can't wait to talk to you. Get your packs in. Let's go.
So if any of you have ever seen, I don't know if, I know Mike's probably already shared some things, but, he hasn't. Okay. So, so we're talking about like the online guru here is, he morphed into one over the years, right, Sandy? He morphed into one. He was always a great builder and a great friend, and somebody we've always respected and admired, and he and Stacy's ability to build this business, the way they handled and treat people, and just a good old boy. But he's figured out how to, to really move people in social media and so forth. He understands the booking engines and so forth as well. But we have Mike right now. I would love for him to just chime in, and he's got an incredible bot system. Sandy, you actually can determine what you want Mike to share. I know you wanted him to share a few things, so I'm just going to hit mute and allow that to happen.
I think a lot of people on this call that we are recording may not even know what a chatbot is. I mean, I've only just recently learned about it. So Mike, just do your thing, do your magic, and educate a little bit about how what you've created, most importantly, and the success you've had. Oh my goodness. It's like a fairy tale come true. And we are so blessed that you're part of our family and you're offering this to our team as well. So just take it away, assuming that most people have no clue the language you're going to be speaking.
Oh, I'll make, you can hear me good, correct? Okay. So I've been in network, in case you don't know my history, I've been in networking about 23 years, mostly full time. Have done fairly well. I've really become a student of the game. And the one thing I would tell you is I have a knack for making things simple, because I think that if everybody can't do it, then you've probably complicated it. Okay. So in a nutshell, I understand that whoever, the big theory or, that everybody's always talked about, success in network marketing is getting a large group of people to do a few easy tasks over a sustained period of time. That's really all it comes down to. And basically, whoever tells the story the most wins. So when I started networking, I'm old enough that when we did it, we had to, internet didn't exist. Cell phones weren't around yet. They were still the great big ones, that looked like, the military phones. Nobody had one yet. And we used paper flip charts. Okay. So that's how long I go back. But for some reason, I ended up having some nerd in me that I didn't know existed. And I started doing internet marketing and learning some things because I really thought that there were technologies that could make it easier for me to share my message and tell the story, and so video marketing came on, and you can go to YouTube ads or YouTube videos and so on. Well, one of the newest things that came out is everybody here is obviously familiar with Facebook. Facebook is a massive, massive platform, and everybody has it on their phone, and typically they use it, especially Facebook Messenger. Okay. So there are some things out there that you can actually make it easier to share with somebody. Okay. So how about you could train a person, and every time you could give them the right information at the right time? Would that be something you'd be interested in? Go like this and nod your head if that's a good thing. Okay. So I'm going to actually, and most people, they spend their lives now on their phones. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example of what we created. So I created a tool along with a partner of mine called a chatbot. It's basically just an automated presentation platform that you can do through Facebook Messenger. All right. So as an example, this is how easy it is to share a presentation, share a video with somebody that we created. Is all I got to do is I go to my friends list on Facebook, And let's say, and I'm going to give an example. I have a lady named Dr. Lorette, right? She's a friend of mine, and I want to send her a video, all right? And understand, this is free.
Hey, you brought the monsoon with you.
Hey, Mark,
I don't understand. We tired of it.
Marcus.
We good. We good now.
Marcus muted.
Hey, Marcus, mute your phone. Marcus.
Doesn't know how. Tommy.
I'm trying to mute him right now. Sorry. There it is. Got it.
Okay. So as an example, basically what I have is once somebody sets up the system, there's a couple dots right there. You see those 4 little dots? So all I got to do is say, hey, I want to send Dr. Lorette something. So I literally push those 4 dots, and then there's a little tiny thing that's automatically in my phone, and there's nothing to do to set this up. And right there are a list of videos that I might want to send them, like a video on how to, and right here's an example of a 10-minute presentation that I did. It's actually me, but it's generic. And all I got to do is push share, and it pulls her name up, and push send. And just like that, it's taken care of. And she gets the presentation. Another example is when she sets this up, if I click share, the chat bot, what it does is it will communicate with her. So if she watches it and wants more information, it'll actually ask questions, because we've set those up and sequenced them based on how people communicate and everything, and you just click that. Now also, if I want to, so let's say after she sees it, she wants to join, or here's another one in that same example. I could send a video of the interview I did with the master distributor, but it will also pull your profile photo up automatically for you. And here, this one right here says, new technology, you're invited. And then here's another one we say, what I've been doing lately. So literally I could just click that button and send it to her, and she would know that it's for me because there's my profile photo. And then she clicks, view it. It would give her an option. It looks like it's typing to her, and then she asks a question, and then she does that. Well, then let's say she joins. Because one of the things that people, when they join, they want to make sure that it's easy to share and communicate the opportunity with somebody. So then she says, okay, I joined. If I scroll down a little farther, I can actually invite her to be a part of the chat bot. And when I click share, her name comes up. I click send, and she gets an invitation. Immediately when she gets an invitation, it says, great, Mike Healy's referred you. Would you like to set up your own account? And she says, set up account. And then it types and says, great, what's your iBoomerang username? She types it in, and it connects it with her website, so it automatically does it. And then it actually asks, would you like to send an invite? And it literally will set up an invite for you. Would you like to send it to a person's name? You can type a person's name in, and it will put their name in the invite. And then all you do is click send. I can literally have a person up and running and sharing the opportunity in less than 60 seconds from the time I get them involved, and then they can see that. And then the best thing, again, is anytime somebody asks a question or whatever, I don't have to know anything. You don't have to know anything. You just have to be able to click, on your phone, push 4 dots, then push the thing, and pick what video you want to send to them, whether it's comp plan or so on. And by the way, I'm working on a Spanish version of this too, because we've got a lot of people in different parts of the world, especially Spanish-speaking market, that will have that set up. It shouldn't take too long to get that taken care of too. And so I created this for my team because I wanted to be able to communicate this. The same thing I've always done is send videos to people or text people, and everybody's familiar with this device. It's non-intrusive. It's easy to invite somebody to take a look at it, and it's easy to follow up with people. In fact, if you send this to somebody and they don't actually do anything with it, within a few hours, our system will automatically follow up and say, hey, did you have a chance to watch this video? Or just a friendly reminder that you didn't get to view this. And if they click it, great. If not, no big deal. We know that. And we can track, I can actually track a lot of this stuff. So it's kind of a cool way to share some stuff with people really simply. And it kind of gives you a position of strength to come from, that you actually have a technology that most corporations would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to have. And I'm giving it to the team for free. As far as I can keep it free, it should be free. It's not a big deal. And we're going to keep making it easier and easier to apply. And I track all this stuff to make sure that it's working correctly. And it's pretty incredible. Like Sandy, I think I'm going to send you one right now. You got your phone in front of you? Okay, I'm going to type your name in here. I think I have you on here.
My phone is always with me.
Okay, we're gonna do this live right here. So there you can see I got Sandy Cohen, right? There's Sandy. And I am going to push the 4 dots. And then I'm going to push the little app tray thing. And Sandy, I am going to, what am I going to send you? I'm going to send you the testimonial video about what people are actually saying about this thing. So I click share, send to Sandy, and then Sandy, hold your phone up so we can see how quick it comes through. And boom, you see that notification? Now, here's the cool thing. And it showed me that I sent it to her. So click launch presentation on there, Sandy. I want you guys to see something.
I have to find it. So where did that come in?
It came into your Facebook messenger.
Oh, Facebook. Gotcha. Okay.
That's okay.
All right.
But even if I wanted to, I could watch the video. Like
Hey,
I can.
my name is Melissa Rowland. I'm from Tallinn, Connecticut. I'm a busy wife and mom and full-time realtor. And the reason I love this system so much is it takes a lot of the follow-up angst off of us, enabling us to get the word out to more and more people. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, this is Sean Maloney from.
So I actually made a testimony video, and there you can see Sandy's got that. Say something, Sandy, so it pulls up the screen.
So what?
Say something so they can hear, they can see, because sometimes your screen will pop.
It's here. It's amazing. And I'm going to launch the presentation.
Yeah, so click launch presentation.
There it goes. So even people that are, it says.
Now here's the thing. Check this out. See what just came up to the top of my thing? As soon as Sandy clicked on it, I got a notification that let me know she started watching that.
Yep.
So if you send one to somebody, when they start watching it, you actually get a notification that lets you know that she started watching it. So I know exactly where anybody is on it.
And then it sends me to your website. Pretty cool.
Right. So if she wanted to join, it's already dynamically includes, because in the setup process, it puts your username into your iBoomerang website. So it's kind of a 22nd year technology or century technology that we've been able to do. I've never seen anybody in all the years I've been in networking that's put something like this together, especially with using the chats. Chats have been around for a while now, but this is a pretty high level thing, and it's very easy, and there's lots of stuff we can get on there. But again, I just love the fact that it's easy to deliver the information to somebody that quickly and get notified that somebody's watching it or interacting with it, because it puts you in a position of strength to follow up with them about the right things. So anyhow, that's my 2 cents on the chat bot. And if you haven't used it yet, you can ask whoever got you on here to send you an invitation. And it's pretty easy. You just click the 4 dots, click the app, and bang, send the invitation, and they can they can literally have their account set up in less than 60 seconds.
I mean, think about using your system, Mike. I mean, people in 90 days could literally go diamond with people they don't even have to have a detailed 30-minute or an hour conversation with, just by using technology. You know, it's interesting. 25 years ago, I heard an audio cassette. I tell people this all the time. And his words were, if you do not embrace technology, those who do will leave you in the dust. So we're so thrilled to be a part of your extended family. So none of us are going to be left in the dust. Oh, thank you. Now, is it clear that everybody has to have an active Facebook account, at least a Facebook page, in order to get the invite to be able to use the chatbot, right?
Just a personal profile. You don't actually have to have a business page or anything. You just have to be active on Facebook.
Right.
And one of the things too is you can kind of see this. I actually have a 10-minute presentation on here. I'm going to send it to you real quick, Sandy.
Okay.
Just so it pops up in my feed.
I got it.
And so she got it. And then what's cool is if I push play on it.
Now, my name is Mike, and I will be your, let's say, tour guide through this presentation. I'm going to try to make it as brief as possible. And I am going to take you into the back office to show you exactly how our program
So it's
works.
literally a 10-minute presentation. And you can see that I actually use the actual PowerPoint.
It's a $30,000 bonus to you. And again, if you were to go,
I have a little bit of background music in it, so it's kind of nice and flowy. Or I don't know if flowy is a good word or even a correct word, but you know, it makes it a little more fun to listen to. But it's really cool because you can send somebody a 10-minute presentation and they can listen to it, you know, and kind of see the visuals and everything right on their phone. And then you'll know if they if they watch it, or at least you know you sent it to them, and you can follow up with people right there. So it's just a great tool to send somebody. And then again, if Sandy watched the 10-minute presentation and said, "Hey, I want to know the full comp plan," you know, I could just scroll down to the bottom, and there's Edwin's 40-minute one right there, the whole thing. If somebody wanted that, well, who's this Holton Bugs guy? I want to know about Holton Bugs, right? And that's Holton Bugs video right there. So everything's at your fingertips, so that's what, I've just learned in network marketing to be the messenger, not the message. And it takes the pressure off of me, takes the credibility that I have to have or anybody else has to have, and says, hey, just check this out, because people are typically only going to join you if they believe that it's worth doing and they can do it first and foremost. So if somebody believes that they can send somebody a text, that's half the battle. Well, we obviously have a program that everybody should be doing, because, who wouldn't want to, get a piece of a $8 trillion pie? I mean, you don't need a slice, you need an aroma off a pie that big. So, it's pretty incredible. So, I think it's fun. I like putting stuff like this together, and there's lots of things we got out there. So that's my 2 cents, and I'm sticking by it.
And
Mike,
you know what? It's
Mike, can you
Yes.
hear
Is that Grace?
Yes, we're trying to talk to you over here.
Hi, Grace.
Hi. I have our TSA, she's 26 years old. She's first class, young millennial. She's amazing. And she says that this is an extremely popular thing they've been learning about chatbots, right?
Chatbot automation.
Automation, and it's really huge amongst the millennials. So we're getting her set up, and so we thank you for this, because this is a pretty big deal, and that's one less thing she's got to set up now.
Absolutely. Now, Grace, you have an account already, right?
Oh, this is my yes. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have your own setup chatbot.
She just showed me the 4 little dots that
4
I
dots.
didn't know was there. I was going to do it a different way. She did it sitting right here. Like, all this is like easy breezy for her. So
Sure.
Margot, who's saying that she had a millennial somewhere near her, I was just wanting to make sure she knows there's even one on the team. And so they can always chat. She's got a website, a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Oh, yes. I have a travel agency website up online. You can always reach me at Lakeitha Johnson on Facebook, period. But Mike Ely, I did want to ask you, I know in these groups, you're able to do watch parties now. Do you have any content for watch parties created?
I don't have any. I don't have any watch party stuff yet, because this is just strictly going through Messenger. The idea came up that we may have something that we're going to add to the app that would allow us or you to say, hey, there's a scheduled 8 o'clock Zoom, and you click a button and you can send it and broadcast it, and then everybody could be at the same Zoom at the same time, and we do the presentation. So we have thought there's some pretty advanced stuff. The only reason some of the things we don't add yet, the only reason we don't add a lot of this stuff yet is because I have to watch the level of some people. I mean, some people still get hurt trying to turn an email on, right? So I have to kind of cater it to those people like Ed Cohen. I mean, I'm sorry, not Ed Cohen, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm being nice. I'm just kidding. Oh, you want to see something cool that we just added to this app? So there's the invite thing, right? Next to it, you can actually click a button that says activity. And when I click activity, it will actually load people I've sent the bot to. So you can see that I just sent Sandy Cohen the bot. It tells me that there's different color codes. Like the red means that she hasn't watched anything. The green means she did. Yellow means she opened it but didn't do it. So I can literally see people that I've sent it to, and it gives me the activity. And we might even do the thing where we'll organize them based on level of interest and so on. So it's just a matter of popping it out there. Yeah, you got it. You got the app up. There you go. Activity. So it's really cool because you can encourage people to do that, and it just makes it simple to deliver your content quicker and easier and faster. So, that's all.
This is amazing, because not only do we have an amazing company and leadership, but we've got systems that make it simple to duplicate. And really, this business is about systems and multiplication. And thanks, Mike, for this, because this is a game changer. It really is, because when I talk to people, that's the first thing they ask. Do you have a system in place to make it easier for my people? And even those of our generation are going to be able to do this. Thank you.
Right. Now, I have one other thing just to let you guys know, because I'm working obviously closely with Tommy and Carolyn and the Cohens and everything like that. Is I've been in internet marketing for about 11 years, and I do sell courses online. And typically I sell, like, I have a YouTube course, I have a Facebook course, I have a Google Ads course, and I have a funnel course, like a landing page course. And I sell each one of those courses for $497. Okay. Bundled together, I sell them for $9.97. But here's what I'm doing for my team, and I'm offering this to you guys as well, is anybody that comes in at the first class level as another added bonus, I throw that a free enrollment into that course. So it's a $9.97 course. It's all that. And even if you just came in at standby, if you upgrade to that, all you need to do is get a hold of whoever sponsored you, or Sandy or whatever, and they'll send me your name and email, and I will put you in on that. But it's pretty high level. I don't know if I can, can I push a button here, Sandy, and see if I can share my screen real quick?
In the middle green, you should be able to do that. Tommy's hosting this, not me. So
okay, I think I can do it. Let me give it a shot, and you can tell me if you can see my screen. You can see my screen, right?
Yep, we can see it. Yep.
All right. Here's exactly what that package is these are the courses that I have right here that are all included. And they're pretty high level things. There's over 40. Each one typically sells for $4.97. You can see those. And anybody that joins my my business too, regardless of what level you're at, if you want, I can give you an enrollment into my network marketing course too, as a bonus. But the whole marketing mastery course, you can see each one sells for $4.97. And I sell quite a few of these on a regular basis. But I was like, hey, what can I do to give my team an advantage with this thing? And like right there, you can see it, is all I do is I will go into my back office, which is where it all is. And you can, I don't know if I got the courses down here at the bottom. Let me see. I'll give, like, as an example, I'll give you the Facebook one. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm trying to find the content here, but if somebody clicked on it, you could find out exactly what's in these courses. Let me see here. Yeah, here we go. So like inside these, it's an introduction, how to properly set up a business page. If this is just stuff, if somebody wanted to learn some of these things, how to do websites, and I've got presentations on all that, but literally people do that. But the big thing is anybody that's on my team, and you guys are included in this, and I'll stop my share, so we'll go back to the normal thing here. Anybody that if you're at whatever level you're at right now, if you upgrade to first class, just let Sandy or whoever know. They'll give me your name and email, and then I just go in and I set it, and you'll get an email, and you'll have free access to all that stuff. You can pick and choose. And I would tell you, if I was to point one course out to you, if you were to start with it, would be the YouTube one. And the reason for the YouTube one is, and I'll just leave it at this, so I don't mean to ramble on, and actually I only got about 7% left on my computer, and I'm going to get cut off anyhow. With the YouTube one, understand that when people are looking to join people, they're typically going to join you if they know you, like you, and trust you. And even if you have never been in front of a camera, almost every single video I make on YouTube is done from my phone. I literally take my phone and I could stick it on my computer, and there's my tripod is my put it on my phone. You can even do it on your, I use certain things online that you can record your screen. And then what I would tell you how to do it is in that course, I tell you exactly what you should say to get your videos ranked when somebody searches for iBoomerang. Okay, so think about this. The first thing so you tell somebody about this business, the next thing they're going to do is they're going to go look it up. And if you're nowhere to be found, you're at a disadvantage. But if you have a couple videos on there, and just understand, you will relate to people that I won't relate to, whether you're black, white, yellow, green, male, female, heavy, old, young, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to relate with somebody else. So don't think that, oh, well, I've never been in front of a camera. Literally do your thing. And people, if you are just yourself, people will believe you more than anything else. They'll resonate with you more, and they'll be like, they'll just go, oh, you know what? I kind of like that person. And then underneath your video, you just put your, contact me here. Here's my phone number. Here's my email, or contact me on Facebook, and boom, you got a lead. It's just, and that's how you communicate with people. And then you do one video. Now, here's the other thing is people don't think about this, is every video you put on YouTube becomes an employee that works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that you don't have to babysit or pay. That's why I make videos as regularly as possible. Today I did one on a system, and I did a back office training. It said iBoomerang back office training, because people are looking that up, right? And all I did was record my screen and just said, hey, Mike Healy here. When you log in, this is how you log in. This is where this button is. This is what this button does. It's like 5 minutes long. and boom. And I'll have, by the end of next week, I'll probably have a few hundred views on it. And it will rank it'll start to rank higher and higher. And then I'll do another one. Somebody will do one on a comp plan. If you don't have a video on a comp plan, download one of mine. Say something in front of it saying, hey, I got a friend of mine that did a great job on a comp plan. His name's Mike. I'm going to kick it over to him, and then just edit the two together, upload it on your channel, and boom, you got a 30-minute YouTube video. And just like that, you start ranking up there and everything. So that just the YouTube course alone is worth everything for being a first class and upgrading on that. So Tommy can attest to it. Tommy's watching.
Person, Mike. Thank
What's
you.
that? Go ahead, Grace.
New favorite person. Thank you so much. She literally, these are all the things she was talking about beforehand, and how to take two videos, put them together, and utilize what you have. I mean, literally, you just answered that. So thank you. We're both first class. So Sandy.
Excellent. No problem. Yeah, it's totally worth it, because you'll get more value there. And here's the thing is, you have to learn to separate yourself from the pack. What makes me want to join you? Well, I mean, people join me because I look like I know what I'm doing, even though I'm just kind of winging it like Yosemite Sam running into a bar half the time. It's just, I just go for it. I try something. I'm not afraid to fail fast. And I think that's the key is I fail as fast as I can, get it out of the way, and figure out what works. That's how you get a chat bot. You try one, and then if it doesn't work, you try another. And then the next thing you know, I got a high level chat bot that I'm blowing, I'm putting, like, I can, what's so amazing is, because I'm obviously an admin to the chat bot, I will sometimes sit and just watch the amount of people that are inviting people to view the chat bot, and I can watch them interact with it. To me, it's fascinating. And then what's cool about that, for me to be able to see it, I can see sticking points. And so I'm getting too detailed on you, but it tells me where somebody got held up. Like, okay, that video doesn't seem like people are watching that full video. So I know I got to take it from a 20-minute video down to a 10-minute video.
He loves this stuff. He loves it.
You know why? Because it equates the money. First off, it equates to people having success, which then inevitably allows me to go feed the kids. You know what I mean? I mean, they're getting, I'm the shortest guy in the house now, so I would call them all kids.
And Mike, he's part of all of our team. Everybody that's on here, he's part of the team, and you have access to him. He's in the trenches. He's having fun. I'm watching like Mike, just firing all 8 cylinders and just having fun, and I love that. And that's what this is all about. People need something else to do, like they need a hole in the head. So this needs to be fun. And you hear Mike. He's having fun right now. That's who we need to be when we're inviting. And I think one of the we need to be careful that with learning these things that Mike has to offer. He's somebody you can humanize too if we need to. We need a call with him after somebody reviews something of his. But remember this: you don't want to get. And Mike, you can maybe touch on this. Where somebody's spending all their time just making videos and not actually inviting and recruiting. How important is that to people?
Yeah, I have a balance with what I do. Like I might get an idea of a video that I want to make, and the only reason sometimes I make a video is so that I can be in many places at the same time. Really, what it comes down to. So, like, why I made a comp plan video or a binary video was because the question comes up a lot, and now if somebody asks me, I can send it to them. But back to Tommy's point is, it only takes me maybe 15-20 minutes to make a video, and pop, I got it up on the internet, right? Well, then I'm doing the activities that count. The activity that counts is me inviting someone to take a listen to it. And I use some of these tools just to kind of pique interest and weed out the people as quick as possible, so that when I do get them on the phone, in most cases, they've seen plenty of things, and it's a very, very easy conversation. It's just, I just answer a few things. They feel like they know me because I sent them a video here and there, or I did an interview with, somebody or things like that. And it just makes it easier to do that. So yeah, it's not like you have to spend all your time to do this. And I would tell you, just because you get my big course, because you upgraded to first class, I wouldn't spend all day trying to learn Facebook advertising or anything like that. It's just an add-on. This allows you to learn something here and there, because you should have a long-term realistic perspective on where you're at 12 months from now. If you just do those little tiny things, it's the same thing as going to the gym and getting in shape. I wouldn't recommend going in and binge push and try to do 500 push-ups today, because you'll be crippled tomorrow, right? You'll be too sore to move your arms. You'll be like this. But if you did a couple, watch one video a day when you're on your free time, but then did the activities that mattered, like getting people to look at the opportunity, sending them a chat, watching a video, then by the time you get to that point, you've really amped everything up. So it's like add one video a week to your, your thing. Like do a diary saying, hey, Mike Healy here. Listen, I just wanted to take a moment to tell you what I've been doing. Tell your story. I hated network marketing. I thought everything. I personally think everything's a scam until I really did my research. And make a video like that and pop it in there. And you start to get more comfortable by doing these things. And it's the same as talking with people in networking. Is you do something over and over and over again. Eventually, you get better at it.
Mike, how many have you sponsored, by the way, personally?
Well, I was hoping I went up today. I think I got another one coming in, but I'm at 142 personals right now.
In 8 weeks.
So, but do not compare yourself to me. Do not compare yourself to me at all. I'm a freak. I'm obviously a freak of nature when it comes
to sponsor monster.
And I've always been like, I've always tried to recruit as best I could, to just because it just seems to work better if I recruit a lot of people. It just seems I get more people involved and my group grows faster. So it's not hard to figure out. And I just work the numbers as fast as I can. And it's easier now because I've got tools that allow me to get my message in front of more people than when I used to have to drive to go meet with somebody.
And you got a better message to tell.
Now, and the message is obviously way easier, so even if I was in maybe a keto product company or a weight loss product company or even nothing wrong with any of these companies like a CBD oil or whatever, I could talk to 100 people and I might get 5 to 10 in that. But I believe that if I talk to the same 100 about this, I'll probably get 20 to 30, even maybe more than that easily, because I got a better, easier, more translatable message globally, just like that. It's easy to understand. You don't have to demonstrate it. The problem too with like those product oriented companies is in most cases somebody has to have a physical effect before they're convinced enough to go tell their buddy about it, to go build a business and get educated on it. So by the time you sponsor somebody, it takes them like 60 to 90 days to get their butt in gear to go actually do something. Whereas here, somebody can go online in 60 seconds, look up a hotel in Dallas, see there's a $200 savings on the room they're going to book. They're in and they're ready to go, and they can go tell their friend about it, and boom, we got customers. So huge difference, huge difference.
I have a question about the Facebook police. So there guidelines to using the chatbot with instant messenger? How many?
Yeah, as soon as actually during setup, we warn you ahead of time. Hey, this is not for spam. Hey, it's more important to introduce somebody. I mean, it's got a lot of alerts that come up for you. And then what's cool is as long as you don't send maybe more than 5 to 10 invites per couple hours, you're usually good to go. And then somebody can opt out or somebody can decline it and things like that. And we watch those too. If I see somebody in the system abusing it, I'm going to cut them out of the system to begin with. So it's not a big deal. But those are all good points to know. But yeah, so anyhow, you guys got anything else for me? Because I only got 4% left, and I got to get my computer's going to die on you. All good, Tommy? You good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, Mike. You're the man. Thank you.
The mayonnaise, is that what I am? I'm the mayonnaise.
No, I said the man.
I thought you said the mayonnaise.
But now I'm going to use that from now on. You are officially the mayonnaise.
Sponsor a monster with mayonnaise. That's all good. All right. Hey, thank you guys for having me on here. Appreciate it. And again, when you upgrade to first class, just let one of these guys know. They'll forward me your name and email, and then I'll hook you up with the system. Okay.
Or if you're already first class, yeah. Yeah.
Or if you're already first class, again, same situation. Send it to me. But it's 9:45 and I go to bed at 10, so I'm going to bed because I live in I live in Ohio. But I get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and because I actually have people that have been awake for a few hours that I got to get caught up with at 6 a.m. I'm already doing calls because they're in Europe and they've been up for a few hours waiting for me to get my butt up. So it's kind of a hard thing to figure out because Tommy's always making fun of me going to bed in a West Coast time because he's way up late. But I'm like, well, I got to get up because I got people in Europe that've been up for a few hours.
You texted me this morning. I hadn't gone to bed yet. I didn't respond because I didn't want you to know that.
I figured because I saw the time. I'm like, I bet that kid's still up. So it's all good. Thank you guys. Appreciate you having me on here.
Thank you all for being.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, Mike. Okay.
We're good.
Anything else, Sandy? I think that's a lot.
I think we wore everybody out, and I'm trying to record it as well. So they couldn't make it. So again, I appreciate the friendship and the business partnership as well. Everybody doesn't know how lucky they are, especially the virgins.
Well, let me say this real quick in closing. For my part, for me anyhow, it's an honor to work with Ed and Sandy on whatever level. When we've worked with them before as part of their team, and we learned from them. When I started in this industry 17 years ago, Ed and Sandy were very influential in because they lived in Arizona at that time, where we live here, and I didn't know how to do a meeting, and my mom didn't know how to do a meeting. We were, brand new, and Sandy moved us, and Ed moved us with their story, and I used to be able to lip sync their story because I was at so many of their meetings, and it was just so we're grateful, for your leadership, and I'm just glad that we're here together again at whatever level. It's I get to learn from the Cohens, more and more. So. But we appreciate you guys, and looking forward to having our biggest run that we've ever had in this industry. Here we go again, Thank you. Look at my Zengo, by the way. My Zengo, I don't have a light on up there, but that's my Zengo shelf. Oh, you're muted, by the way, just so you know.
I'm muted. Great memories. I still can't live without the juice. So what can I tell?
I don't have anything to put on the shelf with iBuum ring. Maybe pretty soon, just like $1 Million Club member type thing. That'll be fun.
Another multi-million-dollar club.
Yeah. But let's help everybody else do that. So I'm going to be here. My phone number, you guys, if you want to jot this down, you're welcome to call me direct. There's no pecking order with me and my team. I'm accessible for everybody. You think that I might be really busy, but I'm busy doing this, and my time's my problem. Don't make it yours. So for the right people, I'm easy to get a hold of. Text me your first and last name and tell me you're on Sandy and Ed's team the first time, and then I can put you in my contacts so I know. And don't make a move for the first 60 or 90 days without getting coaching. But you have unlimited access. If you don't hear back from me in a timely manner, just message me again. It might get down and I might overlook it. So you're never bothering me, and I am a bit of a night owl. I don't start too early. I'm sleeping less than I maybe ever have, but it's overrated. It's temporary, right? But because I understand what we have a hold of this time, and it's different. It's easy to do the business building activities when you know the outcome, when you understand it. 17 years ago, I had to borrow Ed and Sandy's belief, their understanding of this industry, their ability to analyze what we had, and follow their lead in terms of their work ethic, because their work ethic is amazing. And she slept with a notepad beside the bed because she'd wake up and write down. Bust that notepad back out because it's really go time. So we learned these things by watching them, not by listening to them, by watching them and how they lead by example. And so we want to do the same for you guys. And we just feel honored to be able to work with you guys. And so my number is 602-518-6044. I'll say it again. And if you're not part of the WhatsApp group, get in there. If you're not part of the Facebook groups, Mike's Facebook group, if you want to be added to that, it's Boom Time. He's got like 300-400 people there. He's really good at really managing that group. So Mike in this being part of your team was strategic. It was by design, and that way we all have access. And that's an agreement we made that he has. You guys have access to his stuff, so your people can upgrade to first class as well and receive the benefit of those packages. And there's no catch. I'm not trying to sell anything. There's no, when you get in there, you're getting sold something. No, that doesn't exist. It's just really a value add that you can use to help your team upgrade, and more incentive for them, your new candidates to come in on first class. Which helps everybody, helps them make more money, helps the entire business. So we all have access to that. And it's free. So, it's working and we're having fun. And, but you can call me anytime, 602-518-6044. I see Sandy put it in the chat. Okay. You're muted, but I'm assuming that,
all is wonderful, Tommy. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you guys. Three-way phone calls. Three-way phone calls and Zooms are your best friend for building this business.
Yep. So we'll say goodbye, everybody, for now. Let's all go to work. Put your hair on fire.